Translation agency, a business idea with a minimum investment. Relevance of business. Translation agency. No country in the modern world is isolated. Therefore, the demand for translators always and everywhere remains high, only requests for knowledge of certain languages change. For example, in 2022, along with economic rapprochement with Asian countries, the demand for specialists with knowledge of Chinese, Indian, and Korean languages has grown. Moreover, employers need specialists not only to work with documents, scientific texts, and accompany delegations. Today, translators carry out language adaptation of websites and mobile applications, transcribe videos. Thus, the business in the form of a translation agency is still relevant, it is simply acquiring new directions. Most requested services. In the list of services of successful agencies, you will definitely find the following items. Translation of documents plus notarization, apostille. Specialized translation. Technical, legal, medical, economic, artistic, scientific. Translation of websites, mobile applications, computer programs plus ongoing support. Oral simultaneous translation with the interpreter's departure to the client's location. Translation of audio and video recordings. Translation of correspondence, business, personal. As additional services, develop the editorial direction, evaluate the quality of translations, and make layout. Go beyond an offline office, be sure to provide customers with the opportunity to order services online. What you need to open a translation agency. Translation activities are not subject to licensing. Therefore, to start working, it is enough to register an individual entrepreneur, OKVED code 7483. Please note, if you hire a lawyer to certify translations, he must have a notary license. Business document also obliges you to pay taxes, so immediately transfer to a simplified taxation system with the payment of 6% of the gross income of the company. Premises and equipment. Your first office can be a small office. It should comfortably accommodate 3 to 6 people. From furniture you will need tables, armchairs, cabinets, hangers. From office equipment, laptops, copier, printer, telephone. Staff. The success of an agency is largely determined by its team. Therefore, if you personally do not speak foreign languages, hire a professional recruiter to assess the professionalism of applicants. During interviews, ask potential employees to diploma of graduation from a higher educational institution in the specialty, translator. Certificates confirming the level of language proficiency. Documents on additional education. For example, to perform medical translations, you will need to have an appropriate diploma. At the initial stage of business development, do not rush to fully staff the agency. It is much more profitable to conclude contracts with self-employed translators. And only with a stable flow of orders for a certain language pair, it is advisable to transfer a specialist to full-time employment. Advertising and marketing strategy of the firm. Before starting a translation agency, write a business plan. It is he who will help determine the advertising strategy, based on unique selling proposition, service list, clear price. For example, your unique proposition might be the speed of delivery of orders or work with rare languages. In this case, use outdoor advertising near educational institutions, embassies of the desired countries. Be sure to arrange mutual advertising with local notaries and launch targeting on social networks. How much money do you need to start a translation agency as a business? Initial costs. Amount. Registration of a legal entity. $3,000 to $6,000. Office rent. $20,000 to $50,000. Purchase of furniture and equipment. $50,000 to $80,000. Running ads. $10,000. Thus, to launch a small office, it is quite possible to manage the amount of 150,000 rubles. If you start an activity online, opening an agency will come out even cheaper. How profitable is it to start a business with a translation agency in 2022? Experts determine the profitability of a niche at 50%. But to reach such an indicator, you need to build a competent marketing strategy, establish yourself among customers and reach a stable flow of orders. Monthly expenses. Item of expenses. Amount. Communal payments. 5,000. Taxes. 5,000. Payroll fund. 30,000 to 50,000. Planned expenses. Stationery, water. 4,000. Working with a notary will increase your monthly expenses, but it will also seriously increase your average bill. Therefore, when planning to open a translation business, immediately look for a specialist who is ready to cooperate with you. Income. Calculation of profit and profitability. Experienced players advise paying maximum attention to the development of expensive services. This can be simultaneous translation, legal certification of the authenticity of documents, work with foreign customers. For example, urgent processing of documents for the consulate with an apostille will cost the client at least 10,000 rubles. Therefore, it is realistic to reach a net profit of 50,000 rubles with 1 to 2 employees already in the first month of work. Accordingly, even a small company with a minimum number of orders will pay back the initial investment after 4 months. We offer another great option to become a business owner: buy an existing translation agency. In our catalog you will find companies with a positive reputation and an up-to-date client base. So you will not only save time, but also start making profit from the first days.